Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. You see, chanting Jai Shri Ram in a mosque does not hurt any sentiments, says Karnataka High Court. That's what I'm going to discuss with you today. And I am also going to discuss some very relevant issues with you today. So let's get right into the show. Please stay tuned to the show till the last. Let's get right in. So like I said, chanting Jai Shri Ram, according to Justice N. Nagaprasna of Karnataka High Court, chanting Jai Shri Ram is no problem. It is okay. It doesn't hurt any religious sentiments. That is, chanting Jai Shri Ram in a mosque doesn't hurt any religious sentiments. First, let us understand what happened, and then let's talk about it a little. You see, Karnataka High Court on Tuesday, that is today, quashed the criminal case lodged by the police against two persons in connection with allegedly raising Jai Shri Ram slogans inside a mosque. A single division bench headed by, like I told you, Justice M. Nagaprasna, looking into the appeal petition by the accused person while passing the order, mentioned that it was not understandable how raising a Jai Shri Ram slogan could hurt the religious sentiment of a community. Jai Shri Ram slogan in mosque, how will it hurt the religious sentiment of Muslims? The order was passed actually last month and it was uploaded on the court site on Tuesday as per the complainant. The two men, resident of Dakshin Kannada district, entered a local mosque on night in September last year and shouted Jai Shri Ram. The single-member bench, that is Judge Nagaprasna, noted that the complainant in the case had himself said that Hindus and Muslims are living in harmony in the concerned area. So, problem kya hai? He said, yeah. What is the problem of if somebody goes to a mosque and says Jai Shri Ram? So, here we start. You see, I am a staunch secular person. I'm a secular person to the last drop of my blood. I am a secular person. But I will not prefer somebody coming and saying Allahu Akbar in my temple. Because that temple is what I believe in and the faith that I follow. I ask any and every Indian, including right-wing Indians, would you prefer somebody coming and saying Allahu Akbar in your temple? Would you prefer somebody coming and saying Jai Shri Ram in your church? How would you expect people to be okay with somebody coming and saying Jai Shri Ram in your mosque? You see, secularism is not about accepting your religion and following your religion or allowing your religion to enter my religion. That is not secularism. Secularism is respecting the fact that you practice your religion and allow you to practice your religion while I practice mine. That is secularism. The freedom to practice your religion is secularism, like I have the freedom to practice mine. Infringing in each other's religion is not secularism. How can it be fair if somebody comes and says Jai Shri Ram in a mosque, or somebody comes and says Allahu Akbar in my temple? How can it be fair? Why should it be fair? Why should I accept it? Why should it be okay with me? Why should I be okay with somebody forced to wear a Om in his chest when he is a Muslim, or somebody wearing a cross if he is a Hindu? Why should it be forced? If they are wearing it out of their own free will, it's a different issue. Why should it be forced? Two people walking into a mosque and saying Jai Shri Ram was forced, isn't it? That is why they complained. If it was not forced and if people were not hurt, there will be no complaint. So, this entire logic I couldn't understand. And nowadays, sorry to say this, with all due respect to the high courts, I am now starting to wonder What is happening to Karnataka High Court? I am starting to wonder, and I am plead to the Chief Justice of India to please take cognizance. What is happening to Karnataka High Court? Do write your comments down, because please react to this. Please react, whichever religion you are, Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, whichever religion you are. Will it be okay if some other person from some other religion come into your temple, your gurudwara, your mosque, your church and shout their slogans? Would it be okay with you? If it is not okay with you, how can it be okay with somebody else? So that's point number one. But you know what? The point is, somewhere down the line, we are getting embroiled in all of this. And with all of this, the real issues are getting under the carpet. And the point is, nobody is really talking the real issues to you. Mainline channel will never talk, because that is going to have a problem for their favorite government. So the mainline channel will never talk. You see, the 2024 Global Hunger Index is out. The 2024 Global Hunger Index, India ranks 105th out of 127. 105th out of 127. That is where our Vikasit Bharat, Vikasit India, Developing India, Superpower India, Vishwaguru India stands. That is where we stand. And you know what? We are busy in making people chant Jai Shri Ram in some mosque, or discussing about why Jai Shri Ram should be chanted in a mosque. People have no food. 105th out of 127. You know, our population, 13.7% of our population is undernourished. 35.5% of our children under 5 are stunted. 18.7% of our children under 5 are wasted, and 2.9% children die before their 5th birthday. 2.9% of a Vikasit Bharat, 2.9% of Vishwaguru Bharat, 2.9% of so-called tomorrow's superpower Bharat is dying before the age of 5. अरे बच्चे नहीं बचा सकते यार हम. We can't save our kids. Okay, let me give you some more data. You know, 13 crore people, 129 million, that is 12.9 crore people roughly, Indians are living in extreme poverty in 2024. This is according to the World Bank report. What does this mean? 129 million people, which is 12.9 crore people, are living, earning less than 181 rupees per day, which is $2.15 per day. They are earning less than that. So that's the status currently in 2024. But you see, this figure was 431 million in 1990. Which is 43.1 crore in 1990. It has come down to 12.9 million. This is what a lot of media houses will tell you. But what they won't tell you is that, listen, the poverty standard now is $6.85 and not $2.15. Today, the poverty standard is about 576 rupees. Not 181 rupees. So if you consider the poverty standard as 576 rupees, then the threshold of middle class income countries, more Indians are living below the poverty line in 2024 than in 2090, primarily driven by population growth. So more Indians today are living below the poverty line than people in 1990. If you actually see the poverty threshold, which has grown from 181 to, like I told you, 576. One more thing that I want to get to your notice, that India's income equality is now worse than under British rule. This is what a report says. You see, there is a body called the World Inequality Laboratory, the World Inequality Lab, which finds that the present day golden era of Indian billionaires has produced soaring income inequality in India, now among the highest in the world and starker than the US, Brazil and South Africa. The gap between India's rich and poor is now so wide that by some measures the distribution of income in India was more equitable under the British colonial rule. Today we have billionaires, super billionaires who owns almost everything in India, including our sports, including our culture. I have done stories about that. I have done editorials on that. Please go through my editorials. The income gap between the rich and the poor is increasing, and it is increasing on a daily basis. And today it is one of the worst in the world, which means that our country will now be ruled by a few people, and the current status is worse than the status that existed in the colonial British days in India. This is the Vikasit Bharat. This is the Vishwaguru that you are talking about. And this is said by an organization called World Inequality Lab, World Inequality Laboratory. Now, of course, a lot of our people can say that, hey, this is all foreign hands. This is all made to ridicule us, to insult us, to personal agenda and all of that. All that we can go on saying. But the fact remains that, don't we see it? Don't we see it? Isn't most of our public property owned by one or two large companies? Isn't one by one, aren't we getting monopolized one by one? Our airports, our ports, our sports, isn't that getting monopolized? Don't we see it? Do we need a laboratory to come and tell us this? We need a research agency to come and tell us this. Aren't we seeing it? The point of my editorial today is somewhere down the line, we seem to be drifting from facts. We seem to be drifting from the country we were. Our court says that going to a mosque and saying Jai Shri Ram, shouting Jai Shri Ram is okay. Our hunger index, nobody is talking to you about. Our inequality is possibly worse than what it was in colonial time. Nobody is talking to you about. Our India is changing. And the worst thing, and the reason I wanted to do this editorial is, our changing India is called Vikasit India. Our changing India is called the New India. Our changing India is called the Vishwaguru India, wherein the way I see it, our changing India is going in another direction altogether. And that direction is what I wanted to share with you. And that was the point of my editorial today. Till I see you next time. That's tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Namaskar.
Stay ahead with our cutting-edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.